This is Myra Elaine from the Buying Space channel. We are reading from the book of Nahum. We're starting in chapter 1. The holiness of Jehovah, the burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Elolite. Elkoshite. Now, I wanted to say something about Nahum before we got started. This is a Scofield Study Bible. I have been previously aware of the progression of the name of God Almighty. In pre-Canaanite society, God was called Yahweh. There's certain denominations that still use the word Yahweh in replacement of God. And I'm talking about major divisions. There's certain Jewish denominations that use Yahweh instead of God, the more traditional. Sometimes I'll say Yahweh instead of God. It just seems natural. But before God was called Yahweh, now remember there's progression of language and culture at the same time. Just like when the United States maybe in the future no longer exists, or Western civilization no longer exists, there might develop another word for God. Now we all think that as soon as Western civilization disappears, we're going into a period of the end of time. But the thing is, the Bible, God, have been here forever, and civilizations have come and gone. And we don't necessarily know that the end of Western civilization will be the end or will be the revelation, because we just got through with Revelations, right? So before there was Yahweh, let me read this, just go ahead and read this to you now. Nineveh stands in scriptures as the representative of the apostle religious Gentiledom, as Babylon represents the confusion into which the Gentile political world system has fallen. Under the preaching of Jonah in 862 BC, the city and king had turned to God. And here in parentheses, they have Elohim. So God was called, before Yahweh was called Elohim. And before that, he was called El. But in the time of Nahum, more than a century later, the city had wholly apostatized from God. It is this which distinguished Nineveh from all the other ancient Gentile cities, and which makes her suited symbol of the present religious Gentile world system in the last days. So Scofield accepts that this is the last days, and that's the most common belief. Morally, Nineveh is described in Romans 1:21-23. The chief deity apostate Nineveh was the bull god, which I believe they're referring to Malik or Malosh here, which is the same as the like the Wall Street bull. Also, in ancient times, different civilizations had would put people inside of bulls. I think they did that in Roman times, and they would slowly heat the bull until the person burned or to death. And I think that was under the deity Malosh. But I could be wrong about that. I would have to look that up. With the face of a man and the wings of a bird, an image made to corruptible man and to birds and four-footed beasts. So I just wanted to talk about the name of God. God has more than one name. God is English, And it's pretty much universal throughout the world that we call God God. But there are certain cultures that still call God Yahweh. And I don't know of any religious denomination, cult, sects, or, secret societies. Of course, they would keep that secret, that call God Elohim now. But you should know, if you hear the word El or Elohim, they are talking about God Almighty when they say that. So I guess next week we'll get into reading beyond verse 1 of Nahum, but I just wanted to backtrack on the etymology of the word God, and that God has more than one name. If we go to, well, I'm not sure, but there are different names for God in different languages, different countries. But typically it is, God is universal, but not necessarily so. So just be aware that Yahweh means the one true God that we worship. Elohim and El also mean the one true God. It's just, it's different language, and it's in ancient times. So have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone. May Elohim bless you.